Hello and welcome to our regulatory wrap of the year for 2024. It's been another busy year of challenges and changes across the compliance space.
It certainly has, but one thing that's remained the same has been the ongoing off-channel communications crackdown. The SEC has once again led the charge, issuing over $600 million in civil penalties throughout 2024 for off-channel comms and record-keeping violations. This year alone, we've seen 6 credit agencies, 12 municipal advisors and 12 broker-dealers among the firms fined. No sign of that partridge in a pear tree just yet, though.
No, that is true, Rob. It's interesting to see that after 3 years of high-profile fines, some firms are still yet to get the message on communications compliance. But there's an area of increasing regulatory scrutiny we might see grow to rival off-channel communications: social media.
Yes, social media definitely looks as though it could be the next big thing. Throughout 2024, we've seen a variety of social media-based risks emerge. These have included the SEC continuing to enforce against firms found in breach of marketing rules, and social media channels emerging as an off-channel comms risk. It's no surprise our Communication Capture Trends report showed an 87% increase in firms capturing website and social media data in 2024.
We've also seen financial influencers or finfluencers emerge as another risk area. Back in October, the FCA announced that it was taking potential criminal action against 20 finfluencers for their alleged involvement in touting financial services products illegally. The regulator also updated its guidelines to clarify expectations for both finfluencers and the firms employing them, and has made it very clear that not only are firms responsible for the advertising activities of influencers working for them, but that the FCA won't hesitate to take action against the firms themselves.
It's been a big year for the FCA in general, not least because of the industry pushback against its proposals to name and shame firms under investigation, resulting in the regulator substantially revising these proposals. The FCA was also on the sharp end of an all-party parliamentary group report, which perhaps one-sidedly branded the regulator as incompetent. However, throughout the year, the FCA has made considerable strides around non-financial misconduct. In February, the regulator issued a survey to firms that required them to provide information on the number and type of incidences of non-financial misconduct, how they were detected, and what, if any, outcomes they were. They've made it clear that they're taking non-financial misconduct as seriously as financial misconduct.
Yeah, and what's interesting here is that the FCA then published the results of its survey in October, which showed that incidences of non-financial misconduct had increased significantly between 2021 and 2023, with 43% of cases resulting in disciplinary action. It's not clear whether this increase is proof of more open cultures where people feel emboldened to speak up, or reflective of a growing non-financial misconduct issue. We also did some research into how conduct and culture is evolving as a topic in the US too, and it looks like US regulators might soon be following suit.
One of the biggest stories of the year was the historic CrowdStrike outage in July, which saw 8.5 million Microsoft Windows devices suffer the blue screen of death, plunging banks, airlines and healthcare providers into chaos. Regulators are increasingly prioritising operational resilience to ensure that businesses can continue to provide services and that the markets continue to function. The US OCC established new standards to enable firms to manage both operational resilience and third-party risk, and the Canadian OSFI updated its guidelines to set higher resilience standards, not to mention the introduction of DORA in the EU. In the UK, the FCA's Building Operational Resilience Guidelines will come into effect in March 2025 and will require firms to define their important business services, set impact tolerances, and map their vulnerabilities to ensure their systems behave as expected during disruptive events.
And of course, we'd be remiss not to mention artificial intelligence, which has dominated conversations this year. According to an FCA survey, 75% of financial services firms are already using AI, with a further 10% planning to use it within the next 3 years. The use of AI is rising fast, and firms are clearly getting out ahead of potential AI compliance rules. Our own survey into communication capture trends in 2024 showed a 400% increase in firms capturing data from generative AI platforms like ChatGPT. So there's a clear appetite for firms wanting to use AI technologies while staying on the right side of future regulation.
Much like the presents under our tree, that's us wrapped for another year.
We'd like to thank you for watching Regulatory Wrap throughout 2024. We'll see you in 2025 to keep you up to date with all the latest regulatory trends and compliance news.
All that's left to do is to wish you all a very happy holidays and, most importantly, a very compliant Christmas.